the camera on? Good. Yeah, I try to go as natural as possible with it. So like, we already met freaking the first time at Jason's pop-up. Yeah, we already kicked. Is there shade somewhere we could do this? It's a little hot, bro.
Leaving that lot?
Yeah, bro, against the tree. Screw that. Yeah. We got our helmets on, the shades, just to go across the street, dude.
That's a lot.
Oh, it's a lot, brother. I can't fight that. Damn. Okay, now. Yeah, this is me re-asking certain things, but what year is this?
It's a 1995 Honda Shadow VLX 600.
Dual carb. I see that.
Yeah.
And then how long have you had the bike though?
I got it like a year, like 2 Easters ago.
Okay, so about like 2 years, and it was stock, right?
Well, like a year and a half. Like, so this coming to Easter will be 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was 100% stock when I got it.
You already had intentions when...
Oh, yeah, I bought it knowing exactly what I was going to do to it, pretty much.
And then before that, did you have a bike already?
I've had a 1980 CB650 that was like, someone like cut the swing arm and like bolted it to the, like the frame, and it was like the crazy chopper, like Frankenstein thing. It was like super fucking low.
Yeah.
And then I also got I had a 1982 CB750.
Oh, damn.
That I got for free. A regular at the bar I worked at in Cleveland, he's like, hey, you like motorcycles, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I got this 82 750 if you want it. And I was like how much? He says, 500. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do 500.
What the heck?
And then like it came down to the day of like doing it, and he's like, Rich, you know what? You can have it. I was
what
like,
the heck?
like, are you sure?
Was it like not running?
No, it ran. It's fine. It had like a little slight carb issue, but like I rode around for a while.
Yeah.
I ended up giving it away again because I thought it was moving.
Yeah.
So I just gave it to someone else. But then eventually, the person I gave it to gave me $500.
Oh my God, you're up, bro.
I gave it to him, and then like a year later, he goes, "Hey man, like can we do a title transfer? Like, yeah, man, let me know when."
So you made it
when
official.
We did the title. He gave me the money. I was like, "All right, yeah."
That's
sure.
crazy. So I mean, on the subject of moving too. So are you born and raised Cleveland, or?
Yeah, born and raised like Lakewood, Ohio, which is just a suburb of Cleveland.
Okay.
But I've lived like on the east side of Cleveland, the west side, middle area, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I was just always out there, but then I had friends that want to move out here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so now you're out here in what, Hollywood? Yeah, East Hollywood. And then so like before the two Hondas, like did you commute or ride a motorcycle before that?
No, I've been into motorcycles for like a really long time. Like I remember. Well, I don't know what movie I saw, but it was like people riding dirt bikes in like a desert or something. I was like, that's so sick. Yeah,
that's what got you?
Yeah, it kind of got me. But then like I would get a dirt bike, I guess, but like I don't have any itch to. Yeah. Like if it came across the right price, I'd probably do it if I had a garage. But then like I don't know when it came into play, like choppers or like anything like that.
I was gonna say, what was your introduction to like? I mean, clearly you landed a style on this, but like before actually getting this bike and going about the way you did, like what perked your interest? Like what made you like, what was your introduction, I guess, to it?
I don't know, man. Honestly, like I think I probably just saw some people riding down the street and I was like, that's sick. And then like I slowly like looked into bikes more and more again, like as I got like in the, you know, my 20s, and I found like Sportsters and I was like, those are cool. And then like just stock Sportster, I was like, oh, those look cool. Yeah. And then eventually I found like Lane Split, and that's how I found out about Shadows.
Oh, okay.
How they modded everything, and I was like,
it's cool.
Fucking do this.
Man, that's one thing I always give to Lane Split and like Son and like all his friends is that like, I wouldn't say paved the way, but he opened a really big door to people. Because like, man, like these bikes have been on this planet for a long time. Everyone's chopped Harleys and other bikes, like specifically this, you know, the VLX chassis. They kind of gave like, and Casa Customs too, bro.
And then TJ Brutal makes tons of parts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I have some of his stuff. I got this like his jockey shift and his pipe setup and his mono. I think that might be it. Oh, and the slugs. Oh yeah, the slugs. Yeah. Okay, your introduction to motorcycles, just like seeing a movie of like people on dirt bikes. Yeah, just people on dirt bikes. Yeah. I was like, that looks sick. And like, I honestly, it might have been like Triple X. like Vin Diesel doing like that crazy jump over like a fence, and then just like explosions.
Dude, Vin Diesel paved the way. That fool makes me want to be a tree, bro. Like, because of being Groot.
Yeah.
Without being like one of those channels like, oh, can you tell me about blah blah?
Yeah.
But I think naturally you just go from the front to the back. So I know this was a stock bike, but you started modifying it. That's just tell me where you started, man, because you said it was stock. What was your first, from there?
First thing I did to change it, initially I cut off these, which would have there'd be like bars here, and it would hold the original fender, which is like that big plastic.
Oh, you're right,
stuff. What I did was, I cut off the fender, like the inside of here, and I took an old I got some old scrap fender off eBay, and I drilled holes in this and I bolted it in between, so it still had this like the shock, and that could go up and down. I had a different seat on. I just kept the stock seat, and like I used duct tape on the back, and I used a bungee strap to hold it down there to make it work, because like these seats bolt on like under the fender.
So right now you still have the monoshock, or how's that work?
I have a mono strut in now.
Oh, mono strut. Okay, so it's static.
Yeah,
like, it's not moving.
Yeah, it's like hidden in there.
Yeah.
This is an E-tank I just made. Like
so you made that
tray or whatever, I guess.
Yeah. Tuck everything away.
Yeah, it just like I think it's 16 gauge steel that just bent and cut to fit to make like the wires come out. It's not bolted in or anything. I just made it fit like the right amount, and then it's sandwiched on the mono.
That's what it looks like.
With the coil and the regular rectifier on the other side.
Oh wow! So it's just placed there, and
it's just placed like perfectly to where it doesn't move at all. Because I initially bought that like an E-tank from like TJ Brutal.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like it that much. It was like kind of hard to get in for me, and I wanted the option to remove the battery if I need to.
That's what I was gonna say is my biggest gripe with that. Is that it really like
I was like doing it. And I'm like, oh, if anything ever happens to the battery or anything, I would have to take this whole thing apart. I didn't want to do that, and so now, like,
that and it cleans out the whole.
Like I could live that out and bring it out right now.
Oh,
I need to like eventually strap that in because like
yeah, I thought about that right now. I was like, dude, you were cruising like that.
Yeah, no, and like honestly, it's never been a problem.
Hey, just use a belt, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, just a belt or something.
You cut the rear, mono strut.
I bought this fender setup was initially some eBay thing that has like U-bolts that would bolt onto these, like in the back. Is it
actually for the Honda? Or someone
someone like online, it's like an eBay thing. It might be from like China or something, but it's like U-bolts on the back, and it's like this is a 5-inch fender.
Yeah.
So like stock with the stock back wheel, it looks really dumb because like it's ballooned out and it's like, a lot of it comes out. But like with the Firestone like thin tire, it works.
So which Firestone is this too? It's the
was it the 515 or whatever? It's just the ones that like all the lane split dudes ride.
Okay, they get always. And then so I mean, we'll still get into the other little things like what you did, but the opportunity for you to be able to do this. So you didn't ever have garage space, you said. So how I know this, but
no garage space for the most part. Like some of this I did like in just my driveway. Like I cut the beer, like some of this. That. But like I did a lot of work over the winter in Cleveland at a place called Skidmark Garage.
There we go, Skidmark Garage in Cleveland.
Yeah,
it's, if the price changed at all? Because like,
I believe it's still $150 a month, or you can pay for like a year at once. It's a little cheaper that way.
Okay, so
it's 6 months.
So $150 a month. What do you have access to?
Well, there's about like from I remember it's like around like 15, 20 benches with like every tool you need, like socket, wrench, all that stuff, Allen keys, and then like they have like a whole setup worth like welding equipment. I know they have a metal lathe there. They have a bunch of tap sets.
So like
they have a sandblaster area.
Damn. So with all the available tools and like bench and space and all that they had there, like what notably could you say without that place you couldn't have done something?
I wouldn't be able to have this fender on the way I do now. I just welded on a tab down there because through that garage I learned to weld too. I also made this headlight mount. It's just again 16 gauge steel that I bent, and then I just cut a little piece in the back and welded. It's not the cleanest, but it holds.
Yeah, did you have to bring your own like wire to feed it?
No, I got it all there.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just bring your material.
Bring the material, And like there's like times like if you want to just weld stuff, you can just weld stuff. It doesn't even have to be for a bike really. I mean, like unless like, I mean, I think you have to be like maybe you just have to be a member.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't think you can like bring your car in and do
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Like,
damn. Yeah. Okay, so the mount for the fender. What else?
I did like some wiring there too, like for the headlight and the starter.
So do they have just like looms too, of wire too, or yeah?
They have like the connectors there. They have like,
really?
a lot of like that stuff already there for
damn.
you. Like with the headlight, I just like I have a switch. I never turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to. Like.
Yeah.
So, but like, and then like, there's just little connectors in there, and I have backups of this this little switch. I have like a couple more at home. I made with the same connectors, just in case it ever broke. Same with down here. I have like my start button is there. So.
And damn, so far, yeah, you're going through that. How about now that I'm already down here, what foot clutch setup do you have? Like,
this is a TJ Brutal one.
It works with like the stock controls, right?
Yeah, stock controls. And they give you like a little thing that goes in there and like a little the pole. They give you a knob, but I didn't really like it. And I was helping my dad fix his door, and it was like half of one of the knobs was in there, and this one was there, so I replaced it all. And I was looking at it, I was looking at the threading, and I was like, this might be the right size. And it was a perfect fit. And it also has like a little lock screw on this side too.
So it's not unscrewing.
Yeah, so it like stays in even like, I guess, better, harder.
Jeez. Damn.
Yeah, and it's like a little tight fit because like, I don't know, I have like bigger legs, so it's like it kind of like it'll kind of just be like rubbing on like my thigh. Yeah. But like it works. Yeah. I have a friend who has it too, who like he positioned his inward, and he just has it like so that way he rides and he just goes like
in him?
Like this,
what the heck?
And it works for him.
Damn. You said you're running, what are these, the TJ Brutal slugs?
Yeah, these are the 6-inch slugs from him. I thought about doing the 8s for a second, but I thought 6 might be a little safer, just because like the more you do, the more tube you lose of the original.
Yeah. I get that.
Slugs. And then
is this a stock tire, bro?
No, this is a different tire. I bought this tire years ago for a different bike. And this
19,
is when
right?
Yeah, 19. And I bought this tire when I didn't really know about like too much about bikes. So this is a tube type tire.
Okay.
And I bought it for a bike that was tubeless. And but then I just kept it because I was like, oh, I'll just keep it. You never know. Maybe I'll try and sell it. And then I was actively trying to sell this. And then I was working on my bike and I was like, wait, I think I might have a tire. And it fit perfectly. And I like how it's like thinner than like it's like 3 point something. And
I like the tread too. It looks
it's like
dated. It looks old.
Yeah, it's kind of like a universal kind of way. You can put on either way, I guess. Yeah, I changed the headlight out because I didn't like just like the whole stock mount and headlight were they're gigantic. They're huge. And so I really like the rectangle look. Like, like you saw before. Yeah. Like I had the Z bars on.
Oh, I know.
And I loved it. And I really like that the rectangular look. I got the new mirror with that. I don't know, it just kind of makes sense to me. Like circles, and I did like the triangle lights for a second, but I was like, I like the rectangle. Yeah, yeah. You know.
And then the sissy bar.
Sissy bar I made.
Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting how you made this. Okay, we just got back.
Hard to see because we got a bunch of stuff on it.
Because we came back from the swap meet. You're prepared, bro. Yeah. You got your sunscreen. What is that, bro? Like,
yeah, a little sunscreen.
Yeah. But yeah, this caught me off guard. So the first time I seen it was at Jason's pop-up, and as I was looking at it, you got a lot of, I wouldn't say moving parts, but I mean like it is assembled. Yeah. Like that's your setup.
Yeah. I mean you could take this thing completely apart. Like I made this, I just bought like this steel from Home Depot. Yeah. And I bought a torch and I cut it to the length I wanted. And I did this in my backyard as well. Okay. So I stuck the pipe in between the frame of the bike, heated it up, and I bent it to whatever angle I needed. And I just drilled all the holes out in the backyard as well. But like, so like this going through is just like the threading, like this like long threading.
So dude, how did you conceive this? Did you get like Did you get that idea from something specific, or you just came up with that?
Well, initially I was like, oh, maybe I'll just buy I'll buy one long piece of steel, and I'll bend it
to make a sissy bar.
Make a point.
Okay.
But then I was like, as I'm doing it, I'm like, what if I just like connect it, kind of make it look like a trident thing?
Because I mean, have you seen something like this done?
Not just assembled like this.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
And this is just like pipe that I just like put on top of the I cut and I put on top of the threading.
Yeah.
And then the middle piece, because I was like, oh, I'm short. I'm like, I need another piece of metal.
Oh.
So this is a throwing knife.
Would you have just like say
initially I was just gonna buy another piece of this steel and do the bar.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I need another piece of metal. I remember I had this in my room because my roommate gave it to me when we were moving once.
Yeah.
She goes, do you want this? I was like, sure. And so I just drilled holes through it and it worked out. And I think it looks cool. Yeah. It's like not like you can never remove it or anything. It's not like one of those, but
you get in less trouble like that.
Yeah. Like I know, like, you know, it's like, and it's got a point or whatever, but like there's the, you know, the padded seat and never gonna touch anyone.
Yeah, it's pointed away.
Yeah.
Damn,
and then,
dude.
I think I broke like 3 bits making this bar though.
Oh yeah, this stuff is thick, dude. You need like a drill press. I thought, you know, but
I was doing it on the ground, just on top of like a 2x4, just to make sure I didn't hit the cement.
And I think that's how we do it, bro. Like that's how people like us get by. You just drill what you can.
And I had these extra holes because I had turn signals on here. But like when I took this all apart the other day, I was like, I've never used the turn signals.
Yeah,
so I took them off.
Yeah,
I took them off. I'm like, I have switches for the turn signals too, but it's like in such a weird...
where did you have them? I mean, I'm just curious now because like your bike's so like tucked away.
It's this. So that would be.
Oh, that's actually really easy.
That'd be going right or left, right, left.
Yeah. Huh.
But like just the way it's positioned, like. To go under there and find it in time
and then cut it.
Yeah,
bro, you see all the chain guard? That's hard.
Yeah, I put it back on because I was like looking at it and I was like, I kind of just like how it looks. Like I want to get rid of these stickers and get it all chrome.
And were you always like leaning towards or leaning into chrome at all, or were you partial to it, or did it grow on you?
I think it grew on me. I used to think originally my first like the CB650.
Yeah.
It was like black and green and it had black bars. But like with those, you can't find a lot of 7/8 chrome bars online. Oh, okay. Like at least from the company that I was looking at the time. So it was just black. That was the option. And then over time, I think I just was like, oh, I like. I was like, chrome looks cool.
Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes that's to grow on people.
Yeah, it grew on me for sure.
Yeah, because I remember you were saying like you'd want more chrome. That's why, I mean, even today at the swap meet, you landed 2 chrome bars. And there are probably other bars that you like the style of, but they were like black or raw or something.
Yeah, or like they just don't fit the clamping space for my bike.
Yeah, because you said the clamping area of these, because Harley is what, like probably 4-inch middle?
This is like
5, huh?
I think it's like basically 5. It's 114 millimeters. I know that measurement. I don't know the exact like inches, but.
And then the paint, you did this yourself, right?
Yeah. I painted this in my backyard originally. With like I used like twine and a garbage can and a fence, and I hung it up.
Yeah.
And I just did a white like base. And I just used tape for the lines. And originally.
Oh, you really taped? Okay.
Yeah. Originally it was just green and green. But then when I worked on my bike for the winter, I wanted to change it up. I didn't want to repaint everything.
So you wanted to work with what you already had.
Yeah. So I took one of those Magnum Sharpies.
Yeah.
And I slowly did the outside, and then I just filled in everything. So all this black is Sharpie.
Oh, dude. So those little green specks are the green paint.
No. The green specks is I did the black.
Yeah.
And then I did a coat of clear real quick, and then I did a sparkle glitter green spray, like a light dusting. So like in the sun, it's more like it's more apparent, but
yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah, you can see it right now, but it's just not as apparent. And like because it is like I kind of just drew it on, so it overlaps the white a little bit, or it does that. Yeah. And there's little scratches like. Every time I've scratched my tank, I just take a Sharpie and I just fill it in a little bit.
That's the best. You're your own insurance, bro.
And so like to me, like the flames kind of look like cartoony, but that's fine. It works for me.
Yeah.
And like I have another gas tank that like.
Which tank is this though?
This is just an eBay tank.
Oh, okay, okay.
It has like the side little fuel gauge.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it runs like how the stock tanks are. It's like the petcock's down here, and it comes.
What the heck?
It comes through the bottom. So, and then originally these bikes have a fuel pump. But it's just so bulky. I got rid of it because I jammed everything in this tray. So I got rid of it, and then I just had the fuel go down, and it just gravity fed. Like,
okay.
I think like it'll have like a little less gas because some will just always be in this tube, but it works fine like this. But I do have a like one of the TJ tanks because I gave my friend
the E-tank.
The E-tank. Yeah. He gave me
tank.
A gas tank.
Yeah.
So I got that in my room. I'm gonna like do something with it, and I'm gonna slap it out eventually.
And then you told me, but I need to remember. How did you come across the seat again?
The seat I got off eBay during the pandemic. So like I was just getting like unemployment money, you know. I was like, and I think it was like $150 maybe. And I was like, I didn't even think I had a bike at the time. And I was like,
you didn't, but
I was just like, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know eventually I'm gonna make this work.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I was funny because I put all this together, and I initially bought like one of those like Springer seats or whatever for these, because like I was like, I don't know if it would fit. So I got the Springer, and I was looking at it, and I was like, and then I was like, wait a second. I remember I had this in the basement.
Yeah.
Like there's one in the basement. I had to like, there's like, oh, this is fiberglass underneath. So
is that?
I had to cut.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I had to cut a portion out of here up in the front because like that's where the bolts are for the tank and everything.
Oh, to clear, right?
Yeah, to clear.
I see it.
And then I had to bend it, like I had to like almost crack it a little bit. And then the back I had to bend up just to make it fit. Yeah. But it fits.
And then
bolts on.
Is it? Yeah, I was gonna say, how is it mounted? So
it's mounted. There's one bolt back here, and there's like two little like tongues that kind of go underneath the piece over there.
Okay.
But when I did drop the bike a couple weeks ago, this piece is kind of like wants to pop out now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're usually on
my
bike.
ass is on it, so it's fine.
You're straight with that.
Yeah.
And then these pipes too. So, oh yes, I think you were telling Irvin this earlier, but when you got these initially, who makes these again?
These are also TJ Brutal.
Okay.
Yeah, I got them, and I remember like I had to wait a while, and you like posted about it, like, oh yeah, I ordered them. Then I think like 3 or 4 months later, he now sells them in chrome for I believe the same price. So I was a little butthurt.
Yeah.
It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, dude, because you would much have preferred.
I would much rather have it be chrome. It'd be sick, but
it would really finish off the bike, because the only thing that you have raw on this bike are the pipes and the sissy bar.
Yeah, and then I eventually, I think what I'm gonna do again is just I'm gonna get this to a mirror finish again, and then maybe clear it.
Yeah. I think you could pull that off with the exhaust with a high temp clear, but
I don't think I gotta fuck with that. It's like, I don't know, it's like. So some of this is already so rusted, and
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks fine. And I don't know, I know eventually I'm gonna have another bike, so
yeah.
I don't know if I ever like, I don't really have any plans on selling this thing or anything, but
yeah, I mean, it's treated you well. I mean, but I'm sure there's a big difference already from freaking Cleveland to Hollywood, bro. Like the difference in like the usability of the bike, of like the roads and traffic and people. Yeah,
a lot more traffic. The roads. It's funny because Cleveland has like bad roads, but like Hollywood also has really bad roads. Like Cleveland, we have a lot of potholes. But out here, there's just like the roads are just like they're just wavy
dips, cracks.
Dips, yeah. Like on the highway, I ran that crack when I was trying to take the exit.
Yeah, I mean, now that you're experiencing this like for yourself, 30 miles can be 1 hour here. Like to travel 30 miles, it can take 1 hour.
It took me I think like a half an hour. I hopped on the highway, and today was the first time I hopped on the highway too, since I've been out here. But it took me like 35 minutes to get here, like to Long Beach.
And then how many miles, give or take, is that supposed to be?
21.
Yeah, that's.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what it said in the map.
More minutes than miles, bro.
Yeah. And then one time, I rode out to Santa Monica Pier or whatever. And I just took Santa Monica because I was like, oh, well, it's a straight shot, you know, whatever. Yeah. It took me like an hour.
Yeah, it's not a straight shot.
To go like, I think it's like 12 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the reality we have. I mean, I know there are beautiful parts of California that are more open, but where we're at, we have a lot going on. But like you're saying, ride-wise, it's like, yeah, you got to know where you're going. Where'd you get the tool bag?
I think I got that off like Amazon or something, honestly.
Oh damn.
A lot. I mean, I got a lot of stuff is like Amazon or eBay. Like I know these are like, I think these are off eBay, which are like just like, but like, you know, the eBay people are like the mass-producing type of eBay sellers. I know. And then yeah, like see how these are gonna like grind it in.
Oh yeah,
I told you about like the
yeah, you said you grinded those in, so
yeah, but I had them
the other way to clear a handlebar.
Yeah, but it didn't really work. So I was like,
and if you shaved any more,
and it's funny because I bought these to have them work for because I basically these rides are about 6 inches.
Yeah, but
the spacing for the bolts isn't the same, even though they're from the same company. So the top plates don't work universal.
Classic.
So I was like, okay, cool. This is very, very cool.
And so in the entirety of you owning this bike and riding it and everything, like, have you already had to pop the carb off and deal with that since, if you already initially did it?
I did it initially when I took off the stock airbox.
Yeah.
And then when I took off that airbox, like I took it off because I put on velocity stacks originally.
Yeah.
But now I have on like these like
a pod filter.
Yeah, and pods I got off eBay as well. Like those are like the only ones I could find that were short enough.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Those are just freaking small. I don't know, like short.
Because like I just wanted something that was more enclosed, not so open.
Yeah.
Because like with the velocity stacks with the jetting I put in, I would have to have the air mixer screw all the way closed.
Oh, okay.
So I was getting way too much air.
And you couldn't even do anything about that.
I couldn't tweak it at all.
Huh.
So I switched to this. But yeah, I took off the stock airbox and there was like a huge crack in it. Like I was like, oh, this makes sense why the bike's fluttering and this and that.
But other than that, has this bike ever left you down or?
No. I mean, I literally dropped it on the ride home from last time we hung out.
Oh yeah.
And then I had my tools with me and my handlebars were like crooked, like completely like wobble. And I just like tightened everything up and I rode home 10 miles and it doesn't sound like it's broken.
Yeah, these will take a beating. Do you know how many miles you got it at? Give or take.
Got it at like, I think like 11,000.
That's already low as hell.
And then I have no idea how many airports.
No, at that point it doesn't even matter.
I mean, I had a Speedo, but then I was like, I think I I locked it up at the end and I used like the little lock down here. Mm-hmm. And the Speedo cable went this way and I crushed it between the bottom of the triple tree and the frame.
Yeah.
I crushed the cord. So it just didn't work. So I was like, I'll just get rid of it. And then like, I looked up how much like a new cable would be. I was like,
not worth it. Yeah, not worth it to know your speed,
I'll just keep up with traffic. It's simple as that.
Have you had to replace your or rebuild your drum yet or no?
No, I do have one at home. I bought one because like I was the back wheel was like real shaky. Like,
oh, you got a complete different wheel?
No.
Oh,
but just the whole back wheel was shaky, and I wasn't sure what was going on. So like, I was like, oh, maybe it's the drum because like my brakes are a little squeaky. Maybe it's the brake.
Yeah.
So I have one at home, but then I just like aligned the wheel better and like made it work, and
I mean,
it's fine.
It seems like you have some life left.
Yeah, no, it's good right now. I just have a backup just in case.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, this is.
I was gonna ask.
eBay.
Really? Damn.
eBay or Amazon, honestly.
I haven't seen that one around. Huh.
It works. Like.
Does it?
Work?
No, dude. No? It's not on. Hold up.
No way.
I mean, I'm only laughing because you're like, it works.
Dude, it worked every day.
It doesn't even light up, bro. Yeah, you gotta pinch the wires. That's something to work on.
I can fix that in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, probably what it is that when I took everything apart and put it back, I took this off and I rerouted it.
You tugged a connection.
I re-plugged it in. It must not have plugged in like enough.
Yeah, you just tugged something, bro. You're good. I wouldn't even sweat it. Huh. Well, that was actually funny. Good entertainment value. I think that's it. I mean, just for people that are like, oh, can I hear the bike? Can I hear the bike? Yeah. Because that's something I see people like, you talk about everything except for hearing it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. on point.
It's funny. I put it in baffles at one point. Like that's what these.
I think I saw. Didn't you have them on at some point? Here or no?
No, not
here.
Then
I must have looked at a picture because I saw inside the photo.
Yeah. I have a picture where you can see like the baffles or whatever.
Yeah.
But I had them in. I bought like the 8-inch ones, and
you cut them down, right?
It was so quiet.
Did you cut them down at all? Or
I tried to cut them down because I was doing it in my backyard and I don't have a table or anything, so I was like doing it by pinching the baffle with my feet, and I was using an angle grinder. And then I ended up cutting the cord of my angle grinder. So I cut one in half and the other one wasn't cut. So I was like, all right, whatever, it doesn't matter anymore.
I thought you were about to tell me I'm actually on a prosthetic leg. I cut my other leg off.
Yeah.
You cut your cord.
Yeah, it was a Harbor Freight like angle grinder. It's not a big deal. But like,
I've never heard of that.
I was like, ah.
Damn, that makes me feel a little better about some stuff I've done. That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about making mistakes and learning from it. I mean, the whole process of this is how it is. So.
Yeah. I mean, like, through the crash or the fall or whatever, like that foot peg is that. This one's different. This is like a different year. Because I had to buy this one. This one got messed up. Like,
oh, I wouldn't have even noticed. Oh yeah.
And because like this piece got really bent, so I had to bend it back. Oh, but I didn't. It's not bent to like the perfect angle. So this one down here doesn't tighten all the way. It's in there. Yeah, it's not coming loose.
You should put like a what's it called, like a washer.
I'm thinking about just putting a couple more washers. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's in there. It's just, you know, I mean, I'm never like standing on the foot peg. So.
Yeah. You don't really stunt.
But it does feel a little different when I'm doing the foot clutch now.
Oh,
like man. It feels like I have to like put my foot a little more forward.
Yeah. It's like spongy probably. Yeah. Almost feels like. Huh. Easy peasy. Honda Shadows, bro.
I cannot believe that.
Your tail lights straight up don't work, bro. That's a loop. That's a simple fix.
Yeah.
That was comfy, dude.